I'm joined by Kyle Boggemus. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian DeMars. Zach Allen.
I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Pro Tour counter-attack here, Ari Lax.
All right, welcome everybody to Making Magic Happen, brought to you by RW Hobbies and Games in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, again joined by my teammate.
I'm Kyle Boggemus.
And today we're testing more standard. I mean, you're going to be seeing that on the channel a lot for the next couple days. The rotation's about to happen. We've printed out a bunch of cards. We're going to try them out. We want to see how everything goes. You've probably seen it already, but you know, we're excited about it, so can't stop playing now, right? I'm playing the Omnath deck you saw 2 days ago. It felt really, really good. It felt like it was doing some super, super powerful things, so figured give it another shot. Made a couple changes. We had Wolfwillow Haven before. I have now replaced it with Elysian Caryatid. It struck me that I have a bunch of things that are power 4. I got Bonecrusher Giant, Uro, Omnath, and Terror of the Peaks, so it's pretty likely this can tap for 2, but more importantly, it can tap for 1 of any color. And Wolfwillow Haven only tapping for green. While I do think Wolfwillow Haven is in general a better card, this tapping for white for Omnath is a big deal because it came up a bunch of times where I would have a Plains in play or like a flip land I'd played as white, and I couldn't cast my Genesis Ultimatum. So I've gone back and kind of edited the mana base to try and get rid of that. I still have 2 Plains, which is awkward, but I have cut all of the flip lands for temples so that I can get extra white sources that can still cast Genesis Ultimatum. And then I'm kind of trying to cheat white by using Lotus Cobra and Elysian Caryatid to get Omnath in play. But it's mostly a teamer deck outside of that. Since the last time we've played, Shatterskull Smashing and Turn Timber Symbiosis have been spoiled, so we've added them to the deck. They're the mythic spells that can be untapped mana. Shatterskull Smashing gives me an extra removal spell if that matters. I have a lot of mana, so I can cast it for a ton. And Turn Timber Symbiosis is really just a really good late-game value spell. If I'm running low on action, I can use it to find an Omnath, draw a card, find an Uro, draw a card, get a Terror of the Peaks in play, start doming stuff, all of that. Still got Fabled Passage here, Balaged Recovery, and Seagate Restoration as just good value spells. And we're still using the Triomes to cast all our stuff. Again, Lotus Cobra's kind of the thing that makes this deck work. I don't think it'd be good without Lotus Cobra, but the turns where you just have a Lotus Cobra and start doing your thing just gets so crazy that it's just definitely worth playing. Bonecrusher's my removal. Omnath, I still think is the best card in the set. From everything I've seen with it so far, it's just impressed more than anything else by quite a large margin. I think the card's quite good. And we're trying to break it. I've got Uro here. I don't think I need to explain Uro. The card's busted.
He's good.
And the whole engine here is Genesis Ultimatum and Terror of the Peaks. I just want to put Terror of the Peaks and some other creatures in play with my Genesis Ultimatum and just kill you. I mean, that's the plan. What do you got here, Kyle?
So I'm rocking fairly stock teamer adventures. Most of the deck kind of set in stone. It's the same deck I played yesterday. Just talk about the flex spots again. I have a single Jace Mirror Mage. I didn't get to draw it yesterday, so I'm hoping I can actually cast it today. And adding some additional flex spots, I have Balaged Recovery. That's because, you know, because of these lands that are also spells, I get to add additional flex spots. Because basically what I'm looking to do is replace Aether Gust and Nisu Shakes the World. So those are really the only spots that I have to try new cards, because the rest of the deck is all from Throne of Eldraine. So, you know, that's 31 out of 36 spells that I have, all from that set, and they're here to stay. In the sideboard, I won't go into each one into detail, but we have removal in Soulseer, Storm's Wrath, Scorching Dragonfire, Red Cat Melee, pretty stock. The counter spells have all changed. No Aether Gust, Essence Scatter, or Aether Gust, Negate, or what was the last one? Disdainful Stroke.
Sure.
And then I have another Jace Mirror Mage. I didn't wish for it last time, but I could see myself wishing for it, so I'm keeping that for now. And the Fabled Passage was pretty good yesterday, so I'm keeping that over any of the spell lands, like
Sure.
like another Balagad Recovery.
Sure. All right, let's shuffle up in battle.
All right,
All right, we're here for game 1. Kyle, even or odd?
even.
It's a 6. You got it.
All right, going first. All right, so my hand is pretty good. I just need like a land, and I'll be ready to go.
My hand has this in it and this in it, so I'm never going to mulligan. I've got all my colors in these 3 lands, and I can even use this to make sure I get my next land drop, so I'm going to keep.
Okay, Forest, go.
I am going to play a Ketria Triome. Here you go.
Right on time. Lucky Clover, go ahead.
Temple of Triumph, and I'll scry. Leave that. Go ahead.
All right, got the land. Okay, so it's time to bean.
All right.
Trigger.
Beamed up.
I'm gonna go for a forest and mountain, and I will cast Edgewall and Keeper. Go ahead.
All right. It's an interesting turn. I can do this and use this, which is interesting. I can also just do this and then set it up to do this next turn with this, although I don't think that really gets me to a great spot. So I think this line's so awkward if this dies, though. I guess I can just play this then. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to play a Lotus Cobra. Fabled Passage, I'll make a red. I'll crack my Fabled Passage. I'll get a forest and I guess make a red. And then I'm going to stomp your Edgewall Innkeeper.
That's pretty good.
Here you go.
Okay. It's an interesting one. So, I could cast this, deal 6 damage, but 6 feels a little aggressive, so I'm going to stomp 2/2.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Bone Crusher. Go ahead.
Draw. So I could do this to get something back. I think I'm supposed to too, although you have what, 3 cards in hand?
3, yep.
Did you miss your land drop that turn? You did, right?
Yes, I did. Yep,
Okay.
3 spells.
I'm going to play a Raugan Triome. And I do think I'm supposed to just cast Bone Crusher.
Okay.
And it's your go.
So, I could escape. If I do that, I could then find 2 lands to do something else. I think I'm going to try that. So as long as there's 2 untapped lands in the top 5. I'm going to cast Escape to the Wilds.
Okay.
Dang. Just 1. It's a weird one. Okay, so I'm going to play a Pathway as a blue source. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn.
Alright.
I think I want to trade Bone Crushers here.
I'm going to go ahead and cast an Omnath.
Okay.
Get to draw a card. And then I'm going to play another Temple of Triumph and Scry. I think that one's... Do I want that one? Yeah, that one's fine. I'll leave it. It's your go.
Okay. So do you gain 4? Is that how it works?
I do gain 4. Yep,
Okay,
I'm at 22.
22.
I guess I should maybe attack you here. I will attack you. I'll attack for 4.
Okay, 16. Alright, draw. Okay.
No, this is better. Do this.
So I'm going to lose a lot of cards. That was a really bulky escape to the wilds, I'll say.
Could escape again.
I could escape again. I think I need some tempo here. Escaping might be okay. Yeah, so I get like 3 mana. Yeah, okay. You sold me. I'm gonna escape. Okay, that was a good escape. So, here's my 2 lands for the turn. I'm going to... now I have 2 mountains here, so I can't bean for red, so I'll have to Bone Crush next turn. But that's okay. So I'm gonna bean for my last island and a forest. I'm gonna cast Brazen Borrower, trigger, bounce those 2.
You take 2, right?
Yep. I got a 14. Here we are. And then I'll attack you for 4, and I will lose these 2, so they get exiled, and then I'll pass to you.
Alright, draw for turn. I'm going to start my turn off with an Omnath. Draw. I think this thing's going to be too slow, so I'm going to play a Shatter Skull Smashing as my land for turn, but I'm going to play it as the land, and I'm going to play it tapped, and I'll gain 4.
Sure.
And it's your go.
Okay. Draw. Okay. I'm gonna start by attacking for 4.
Yeah, I'm not going to block. I'll go to 18.
Okay. Second main. Let's cast another Lucky Clover.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm gonna Bone Crusher, do 4 there, 2 to you.
Okay. 16.
Now, that could Genesis Ultimatum next turn, right? You have the mana for that?
No, I can't. I
You
have
have,
too many red sources.
red sources?
I'm short on blue and green.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to cast Fae of Wishes. I'm going to get 3 wishes.
It's like Aladdin, dude.
Yeah. In the last one, I can just wish for more wishes at the end. So I have a land drop for the turn. I think one of them's worth a Mystical Dispute. Escape to the Wild just gets infinite value, and I guess Neutralize. Play this as a mountain, and I'm gonna deal 6 to you.
Alright, I'm at 10.
Go ahead. So now I have my Mystical Dispute up. It's good wish target here, I guess.
Draw. going to play a land for turn because I know about Mystical Dispute. That'll be white, blue, green, and red. I'm going to cast another Omnath.
I think I'm gonna... Might be worth a dispute. You've already played a land, so you could play the new Harrow and make like a ton of mana. I'm just gonna Mystical Dispute it to kind of stop the turn.
Alright, I'll pay. Then I draw.
Mhm.
Your turn.
Draw. I'm gonna attack you for 4.
So if I don't block, I do die to the 4th Bone Crusher. But I'm not playing around the 4th, so I'll go to 6.
Bone Crusher.
Unbelievable.
You were kind of damned if you did, damned if you don't. Cause I was
fair
gonna get
enough.
this one back, so I was gonna 12 yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, we're back for post board. I'm cutting my Turn Timber Symbiosis. I got a lot of green sources, so I think I'm safe to go down to 30 lands in the deck. I'm cutting an Uro. Uro's not very good, not very easy to bring back in this deck. I have 4, so going down to 3 still gives me a decent chance of finding it, but doesn't make me super reliant on the card. It's also a little mana intensive against you. It's still good, but I think the 4th copy is a little unnecessary. And I'm cutting my 3rd Elysian Caryatid because while it is good, again, it's just pretty vulnerable to Stomp. I mean, my other stuff is still going to be vulnerable to Stomp, but when I have 6 copies of a 2-mana Accelerant, I think that's generally good enough. Plus, I'm bringing in another 2-mana play in Bone Crusher Giant. I'm bringing in my 1 of Gem Razor to just be able to kill your Lucky Clover. I only have 1, not going too hard on it. And then I think Mythos of Vadrock is pretty good. I can split it up to kill like an Edge Wall, a token, and a Bone Crusher. I can kill a Brazen Borrower and a Bone Crusher. Just a powerful card against you, I think. So I'm going to bring that 1 of in too.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm not sideboarding here because I like Brazen Borrower against the 2-mana ramp stuff. And it can bounce like your dragon for 5 mana.
Sure.
And Brazen Borrower is typically the worst card in the deck. The only thing I would consider cutting here is the Jace. But I'm going to leave it in for now, mainly just to get more reps in. But I could see an argument for cutting Jace for either Mystical Dispute or Red Cat Melee to interact with Omnath.
Sure. Alright, I'm keeping this hand. These cards are very good. I've got untapped mana. Definitely keep.
I have a Pathway draw here, but a lot of really good spells, so I'm going to be missing a color, but I'll be good with my engine. So I'm going to keep.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start with a Pathway, but I'm going to use get the green one.
Sure.
And I'm going to cast Edgewalling Keeper. Go ahead.
Lotus Cobra, your turn.
Cobra seems scary. I offer the trade.
That's actually an intriguing trade. My hand does not need this Cobra, so I'm actually thinking about it. But it's just too good for me to leave this in play. I'm not gonna trade.
I'm gonna play the
19.
Pathway, but also use its flip.
Okay.
Getting all the mileage out of these. I do have a Stomp.
Oh, I should have traded.
Go ahead.
Alright, that wasn't the right one to draw, but I'm going to play an Uro. Draw a card. Ketria Triome, go to 22, and it's your turn.
Okay. Draw. Missing a land here. Just gonna cast Lucky Clover, attack for 1. Go ahead.
21. Draw. Interesting turn here. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I think My turn goes slightly better for me. I do think it's better for me if I just do this. Here you go. This, like, demands an answer. If I play this and he doesn't kill a terror, things are going to get real bad for him real quick.
Well, cannot kill terror.
Okay. I kind of thought you might have another Bone Crusher Giant, but...
Yeah. I would have preferred to trade with the Edgewalling Keeper, just because Bone Crusher seems really good in this matchup.
Sure.
Guess I'm just going to cast another Edgewalling Keeper. Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to play a Fabled Passage and crack it. Get a Plains. Really wish I would have drawn a different untapped white source because of the play I'm doing next, but we'll live with it. Omnath.
Yep.
So 2 triggers. I'll kill an Innkeeper and draw a card.
Yep.
And then it's your go. I'll take you for
Yeah.
5.
15.
It's your go.
Okay, so we really need a land here. That was not a land. I could draw 1 card by casting a Bone Crusher. Probably already dead to this Omnath, though. The Jace kind of taunting me. I think it's going to get boarded out. Maybe just removed from the deck. Jace is already kind of on thin ice. These pathways make the double mana like incredibly awkward.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a blue and a green mana. I'll get a lucky clover. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just letting Zach do his thing.
I was going to say, this turn is not going to go good for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what he's gonna do.
Alright, so I don't even have a land drop here. I wish I did. We can overcome that, though. Oh, no, wait, I don't. It's actually kind of annoying. Alright. I'm going to tap these 3 and cast Roiling Regrowth.
Mhm.
I'll sacrifice a Plains, search for 2 lands. First one, second one. I will gain 4 and add red, green, white, blue to my mana pool. I was supposed to attack before I did all this. Oh well. Yeah, I was definitely supposed to do that. That was a punt. I was gonna play another Omnath using the floating mana. I guess I'll sacrifice the one that I just played. But draw a card. No, wait. Yeah, I'll sacrifice the one I just played. Draw. The reason I think about it is if I leave this one in play and then I draw a Fabled Passage, I can make mana again. So there's actually some consideration there.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's still right to do it this way. So I'm going to draw a card and deal 4 damage to that.
Okay.
Okay. We whiffed, so that worked out fine. I'm going to play an Uro. I'll deal 6 to you. I gain 3.
I'm just dead.
Oh, you are?
That's 9 there.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then I drew the Fabled Passage.
Okay.
So I was going to deal 4 more to you. That was crazy. I just like Terror of the Peaks is a really messed up card to have in play.
It is, yeah, it definitely is. So for game 3, I'm going to be on the play, and I'm going to board out Jace Mirror Mage in favor of the Red Cat Melee, something I was kind of hemming and hawing about for game 2. After seeing that Jace just do nothing in my hand, being double blue, being very awkward with the pathway lands, I think Red Cat Melee is kind of like a clear favorite to swap in, especially because Jace has no adventure synergy to begin with, so it's kind of the easiest card to cut. It's not a flip land, it's not an adventure synergistic card. So
also, Red Cat Melee is really good against me. It kills Omnath and Terror of the Peaks.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can use it to kill a Lotus Cobra. You're gonna have to sacrifice a land, but it might be worth it at that point in the game. Who knows? It is awkward that you can't wish for it though, for sure, because it's so good.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
all right, so I'm gonna be on the play this game. My hand is pretty good. I have an engine going and plenty of mana, so I'm gonna keep.
My hand's really defensive, and I'm missing a color, but it's the type of hand that can easily win, and this can get the color, so it's really good specifically at attacking his engines, so I think it's worth a keep, but really hoping to draw a land. But I have a lot of them, so should be fine.
All right, Ketria Triome, go ahead.
Play a Temple of Enlightenment and Scry. That's fine. Here you go.
Play Island and Lucky Clover, go ahead.
We'll play a Forest into a Lotus Cobra. Go ahead.
Oh no, Cobra.
Kobe!
Play Pathway as red.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast a Bean, get 2 forests.
Yep.
And make 4 1/1s.
Jesus. You're not messing around over there.
I brought enough. I was ready for this moment.
So I think the Lotus Cobra is pretty integral to my plans here. And I don't think you're very good at killing a green creature that once this gets off the table. So I'm going to play a Forest. I'll make a red. I'm going to mutate a Gem Razor onto my Lotus Cobra. I'll go over top of it. And then I'll pass.
It's a good thing I made exactly 4 humans. That's a block. Huh. So I could basically make a Lucky Clover, or I could get my edge wall going here. Since I don't have any other adventures, I think it's probably best to just get this going.
Mm-hmm.
Trigger.
Yep.
Play Island, and I'll pass to you.
Gonna draw. You've got 2 cards in hand?
Yep.
Just waste too much mana. Alright. I'm going to play a mountain. I'll make a red. I'm going to Bone Crush your edge wall.
Yep.
And then cast my Bone Crusher.
Sure.
And then it's your go.
It's a good draw. Don't know when I'll use it, but it'll be good at some point. Guess we could start by seeing what we flip here. I guess Escape to the Wilds.
Sure.
I don't have a lot of lands with these things. So I got a land in hand. Hmm.
What's the blue spell? Is that a brazen?
Brazen Borrower, yeah.
Okay. Oh, these are kind of off the screen. Let's move them up slightly. There you go.
Okay, so here I have an extra land drop that could be Balagad Recovery. Might be a good option here. I have like so much mana here, so there are a lot of things to do next turn, so I'm actually going to make this a land drop. Now this turn, it's probably worth just getting aggressive, so I'm gonna bounce the Gem Razor to your hand, and I'm going to attack you with everyone.
All right, I'll block one of them.
So you take 8, and I'll pass you.
Go to 12. All right. Draw. I'm gonna start the turn off. Does that work? No, I need to do it like this, right? Yeah. Start the turn off by playing a Lotus Cobra. I'm gonna play a Triome, make any color, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to Uro with the mana from the Cobra.
Yep.
Draw. And I'm going to Triome again. I'm back to 15. That Triome doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess we could start with casting Fertile Footsteps, grabbing I guess Island, played no lands. Gotta get my value off my Escape to the Wilds, so I want to make an effort to cast that this turn. So I'm going to cast that.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible. Really bad. At least I got 2 lands. That's about all I can muster from that. So I will play land 1 and land 2. Go to attack step, attack for 8.
I'll block a 1/1 again. I go to 8.
Then I will cast another Fertile Footsteps. Oh yeah, Adventure Zone. Go to Forest. Use the Forest, cast Edgewall Innkeeper. And I'll pass to you.
Alright. I'm going to draw for turn. Then we finally get to go my way here. Do my things. I'm going to play an island. That'll make a red with Lotus Cobra. And I'm going to cast Genesis Ultimatum. Okay. Not the best I've ever seen, but not horrible either. I'm going to put these 2 in play and these 3 lands in play.
Okay.
So I get to make 3 mana of any color. I guess I'll make red. I'll make Temur mana. Oh, this comes into play untapped. Excuse me. I'll make Temur mana and get a scry. Is that good? I don't really think I want that. Bottom. And then this will deal 1 damage off of this. And then I'm gonna use the red from the Temur mana to Bone Crush here, and then the other 2 cast this, do the other 4 there.
Yep.
And then I'll attack you for 6.
I'm at 14.
Here you go.
So many lands. Get one of these. It's always fun. Okay, so I get to make a land drop for the turn. Might as well be the pathway. I'm going to leave it as an island. Okay. Gets to do a lot of neat things. You have that buys, okay. So, what to do? Guess we're going to start with, I think plan A is to wish.
Yeah, the Storm's Wrath is really bad for me, huh?
Yeah. That's plan A here. Leave. Yep. Okay, then we're gonna cast Storm's Wrath.
Goodbye, squad.
Bam. Then, how many cards do you have in hand?
2.
Another Genesis Ultimatum could be kind of bad for me. I'm gonna cast another Fave Wishes so I don't lose that. And
Sure.
I'm gonna grab, it's looking like Escape to the Wilds. You have a little too much mana, so I don't think the Mystical Dispute will do anything. So
Yeah, I mean I can cast a Genesis Ultimatum and pay at this point, so it's not
I'm
gonna
just
do
gonna
anything.
get the Escape. Go ahead.
Alright. Draw. I'm gonna start my turn here. I guess this one's slightly worse. Bring back Uro.
Yep.
I'm gonna exile the 5 creatures that just got killed. Leave a Genesis Ultimatum for my regrowth. Draw. I'll go to 11. I guess I can put a land into play. I'll put this Plains into play off of Uro. I will then tap 3, cycle a Ketria Triome. Draw. I'm just going to cast a Gem Razor and play a Fabled Passage for my actual turn and pass.
Okay. So now we're entering the phase where the big adventure creatures are going to be pretty live. It's an interesting draw. With a lot of mana here for 7, 10, 13, up to 14 mana. Huh. 14 mana, huh?
So much mana.
And it might be a long day, so you might just be dead. I think you're actually just dead.
Really? I'm at 11.
Yeah. This can get fling, and it's just 14 to you.
Alright.
6, and then
Do you have enough?
yeah. This is 14 mana.
This is 7,
This
right?
is a 13 mana play.
Okay. Alright.
Fling, yeah.
Darn, alright. Got me.
Flung the beam.
Ooh, I was going to draw Omnath into another Uro. Into a Genesis Ultimatum. You needed to kill me that turn. I was going off.
Yeah, I don't. What were you gonna get off Genesis Ultimatum?
Terror the Peaks, Bone Crusher Giant, land, another Omnath, 2 lands. I think you probably were
So
going to die.
that's 8. Yeah.
You're
I
probably
wasn't
gonna
gonna
die.
take any damage because like.
Well,
Probably
then I
my
also get to
next-
draw. I draw a mountain. I get to draw with Uro too. Cycle my Seagate Restoration, go crazy.
Would have been nice to see that hard cast then.
Yeah. All right. So what do we learn from this matchup? It feels like a ramp mirror to me. It feels like the person who got their engine and their mana going first won, and like me having defensive tools just didn't matter there because I wasn't ramping myself. And I think that's what I learned there is that bringing in like my gem razors and keeping my bone crushers in, I still think I need to do that, but they weren't great. I think I'd rather have card draw engines to just kind of and like acceleration to keep myself going.
Yeah, but Bone Crusher kills 4 Edgewalling Keepers that I actually care about, and Gem Razor kills 2 Lucky Clovers.
Sure.
That's not a ton.
No.
Your Gem Razor did line up there. But yeah, I actually even had the ability to, just the way the hand played out, like, I actually exhausted all of my adventures, and then you killed Lucky Clover.
Sure.
So I could have Balaged recovered the Lucky Clover if I actually cared about it, but I wasn't even about it that. I just would
Sure.
rather have a forest, which
So
is weird.
yeah, maybe the fact that Balagad recovery exists makes it really like not that interesting to kill your stuff. Like maybe I should just not even be trying to do that, and I should just be trying to get ahead and win the game.
Yeah, the Balagad recovery, game 1 is kind of like additional escape to the wilds.
Sure.
Which is really good when you're just kind of solitaring. But game 2, yeah, when I'm trying to rebuy Lucky Clover, like my clovers and edge walls go to the graveyard more often game 2. So
Sure.
like I actually really like the recovery a good amount actually.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The card's really powerful. From my side, I just never really did what I wanted to do. I never got all the stuff online, and it's possible it's because I cut some engine pieces, you know? So I feel like maybe I could... This deck would really like to play a Hydroid Crisis, if I could find one.
Yeah.
I could definitely see another payoff. Like, it feels like I could maybe use one more payoff in the deck. Maybe... We talked about it before. I could see a Jeskai Ultimatum as somewhat interesting. I could maybe go there. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely some stuff to explore still, but this decks feel really good. Temur's really impressive. I've been very impressed by that deck.
Yeah, the one Jace was the only card that I think severely underperformed. Just like it didn't get on the battlefield very often because I wanted my single red mana. I only needed 1 red, but I needed it very quickly, so I
Sure.
would use the blue-red land as a red land more often than a blue land.
Sure.
And that really hurt my ability to cast the 1 Jace, because like once I have the double blue, I don't really need it for anything else. Like Brazen Borrower is not like a good play.
Sure.
So I was kind of like just going all in on this thing. You know, you suggested Vivian, Monsters Advocate. That might be a better slot there, or it just might be better as the 3rd Balaged recovery, because I really liked having that additional land, because I was going over the top a fair amount in the Green Mirror.
Sure. Yeah, I was actually surprised you were able to get over the top of me, but I think it's partly because, you know, you're able to get under me and then go over the top. Like the fling kill is like a kill I'm trying to imitate with Terror the Peaks off of Genesis Ultimatum, but that's kind of luck based, and you just kind of get there by playing your game plan.
Yep.
So yeah, I was really impressed. I actually thought I would be favored in this matchup, and it didn't feel that way as we were playing. So Temur really impressed. This deck, I don't know if it was just bad draws. I'm gonna have to keep testing it, but this deck still feels really good. But it definitely feels like there's work to do. There's a lot of moving parts here, so not a finished product. A lot to still work on, but Omnath still feels broken. I think that one's pretty clear.
Omnath was really scary.
Yeah.
You told me that I was going to die if I didn't kill it, and that was basically what happened.
Yep.
You did insane things.
Yep.
I think it makes me curious about like exploring Omnath further, maybe in just a good stuff shell.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the same thing. Like, I'm trying to go, like, combo-y ramp with this with Genesis Ultimatum and Terror the Peaks, and that seems like a fine strategy. Terror actually looked pretty good most of those times I played it, but I could definitely see playing Omnath and Uro in a deck with more interaction. Problem is there's not that much great interaction. I did have issues putting enough stuff in my graveyard for Uro. It wasn't super easy to bring it back. I had to get my entire board wiped to get there.
Yep.
But it is nice that Uro kind of provides that, you know, the backup plan where you wiped my board and now I have something to do. Obviously, I ended up dying, but Oh, it's actually possible I missed life off a life gain trigger on Omnath. I might not have died there.
Oh, really?
Now that I'm thinking about it more.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter.
I would have got a counter spell. The game would have been definitely different.
Sure.
I think that's probably what I would have did at that point.
That's fair. Then I would have died the next turn because I needed my Omnath to resolve to really do anything. Although I had an Uro in play. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to
Alright.
be Beanstalk against Uro at that point.
Sure. So, yeah, alright. Well, it would have been interesting. Doesn't matter. The more important thing is we're learning here. And these decks both feel good. Temur still feels like maybe it's the best place to be. I guess we'll see, but it still feels really good. But, stay tuned to the channel. We'll be, coming up in the next few days, we're going to be testing a bunch more aggressive decks. We've got a Winota deck coming. We've got a Clerics deck coming. We're going to try some, probably some Rogues. I think Rogues looks pretty sweet. A blue-black Rogues deck. We'll see what that looks like. So, yeah, you can look forward to those in the future. Remember, if you have any questions about the matchup, any suggestions on things to try, anything like that, you're welcome to leave a comment. Both kind of will look at them and get back to you guys on, on the comments you leave, and we'll be happy to discuss anything you want to bring up. Other than that, if you want to support the channel, liking, subscribing, all of that really helps. Comments help, all of that. And then just one more, just want to thank Kyle again for coming out and doing this. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, very fun. Thanks for having me.
Cool, man. And with that, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Thanks.